Right now on the Crown 4 Morning News, a man is shot dead in the parking lot of a North Bay shopping center. We're at the scene with the latest. A former prosecutor in the San Francisco District Attorney's Office is officially launching his campaign against the person who fired him. The exclusive interview you'll see only on Crown 4.
We'll play at home in the NFC Championship. It's gonna be sweet.
And the excitement is building as the 49ers get ready to host the Lions in the NFC Championship game at Levi Stadium.
Now, from the Bay Area's local news station, you're watching the Crown 4 Morning News at 8.
Sweet it is. This weekend for the 49ers. We're geared up for them. Actually, you may want to rethink your outfit because the weather starting today and through the weekend is going to get pretty warm.
Yeah, spring-like, as a matter of fact. Let's start the hour with that. A check of the forecast. Good morning, John.
Yeah, nice to be talking a little break from winter. Late January, definitely different than early January when we were starting things off with such cold temperatures and rainy conditions. At least the next few days are looking to be dry and mild. Your look outside in San Francisco, way out there in the distance from the East Bay Hills, you can see just how bright and clear things are this morning. We will see an increase in cloud cover into the afternoon today, but any sort of rainfall is going to be sent well to the north up into Lake and Mendocino County. So we got a dry weekend ahead of us. 40s, 50s for our current temperatures. Oakland and San Mateo at 49, while San Jose, San Francisco, Santa Rosa, among a few spots that are hanging out in the 50s. Later today, look forward to some 60s. That's warmer than yesterday and only getting warmer from here. I'll get to all that in your full forecast. Raina?
All right, John, thank you for that. Well, you're starting off really good here on a Friday morning. We had a few earlier hazards on the Bay Bridge. They turned the metering lights off for a second, and now things are back to moving normal. 13 minutes, metering lights are off. You're making good time if you need to travel into the city for anything. 14-minute ride across the San Mateo Bridge, taking our Richmond-San Rafael Bridge just under 10 minutes. And let's check on the Golden Gate Bridge, 37 to the tolls, 24 minutes. Daria James, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Raina. 8:01. And the developing story this morning, a man was shot and killed in a Walmart parking lot in Rohnert Park.
And this morning, police don't know who did it. Crown 4's Michael Thomas live there in Rohnert Park with the latest. Michael.
Well, police are calling it a suspicious death, and this morning, this shopping center in Rohnert Park back to normal with dozens of shoppers. But last night, that wasn't the case. There were dozens of police here investigating a crime scene, trying to figure out just exactly how and why a man was shot and killed. Take a look. We've got a map up on your screen so you can see exactly where we are. Again, it's in Rohnert Park. It's a shopping center off Golf Course Road with a neighborhood Walmart that's in the center, surrounded by multiple other shops. Now, police say yesterday at 6:30, a person called in claiming they had heard what sounded like a gunshot and also saw a man lying on the ground in the middle of the parking lot. Within minutes, both Rohnert Park police and fire arrived here on the scene, confirming that that man had been shot in the chest and eventually pronounced him dead on the scene. The residents in the area say it's shocking and that a few things could have played a role in this incident happening. Take a listen.
It's probably like homeless people because of that laundromat. Yeah, it's scary. I live right around the corner. I'm scared. My kids, everyone's kids.
Now, police have not given any information on what may have happened or detail on anyone that may be involved. And when it comes to the man's identity, well, that also has not been released. Back out here live again, shoppers are back here doing their regular daily routines, but they do say that it's not anything that normally happens here. And they do want some answers as to exactly what happened, who did it, and if they're in any harm's way at all. As we get more updates, we'll keep you updated. Live this morning in Rohnert Park, I'm Michael Thomas. Daria James, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Michael, thank you.
8:03, and 4 more teenagers have been arrested for a stabbing that happened in Santa Rosa earlier this month, and that brings the total number of teenagers arrested for this attack to 10. The stabbing happened January 11th. There was a man who was riding his bicycle in the area of Bellevue Ranch Park and Arrowhead Drive when a group of teens chased him down, assaulted him, and stole his bike. He was stabbed 8 to 10 times. He is going to recover. 6 students at L.C. Allen High School, they were arrested on January 17th, and in all, 10 students have been arrested now for charges of attempted murder. It's 8:04, and another developing story that we're covering. We're going to have to wait for at least another month to find out whether or not the Nima Momeni case will be tried in San Francisco or not. Momeni is the man who is charged with killing Cash App founder Bob Lee last summer in San Francisco, and his lawyers have asked to move the trial out of the city because they say he can't get a fair trial here. The judge was going to rule on that venue change yesterday, but Momeni's attorneys have asked for more time to make this case. The next hearing is set for February 22nd.
Well, police at Stanford now looking for the man who they say has been breaking into student housing. In fact, investigators released these pictures of the suspect. The burglaries happened on December 27th and January 7th between midnight and 7 a.m. He's accused of using tools to pry open doors and then steal packages. Police say he burglarized multiple locations in the Escondido Village area. If you think you recognize who this person is, let police know. San Francisco Mayor London Breed is urging voters to back a proposition that would change the city's policy when it comes to police pursuits. The measure is known as Proposition E, and as an example, this is surveillance video showing thieves burglarizing a store in the city's Sunset District back on New Year's Eve. Now, police responded to this crime. They actually got there in time to see the suspects driving away, but couldn't pursue because of the city's current policy, which bans any police pursuits unless someone is obviously in danger. Well, nobody was, so the officers had to let them go. The mayor says that makes it harder on business owners and residents who fall victim to retail and car theft.
My visits and my conversations with officers, they are just as frustrated as we are with the challenges that they deal with when they get a general order from the police commission and it contradicts with something that already exists, or it's confusing as to whether or not they can basically do their jobs.
Well, in addition to losing restrictions on police chases, Proposition E would also allow police to use cameras and other surveillance technology to make their criminal investigations a little easier.
And speaking of technology, how about those self-driving cars? Waymo is looking to expand outside of San Francisco now into other Bay Area cities. The Mountain View company has submitted an application to the state utility officials. They want to extend their permit so they can drive through the peninsula and part of Santa Clara County. Waymo recently did get permission from the DMV to operate on highways and city streets between San Francisco and Sunnyvale. This request, though, comes as San Francisco is suing state officials for allowing the expansion of robotaxi permits. So we will see.
All right, turning our attention to 49er football.
The time's right now. That's it.
This is it.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah,
okay,
49er
it's
football.
do or die time.
Anxiety, anticipation, all at 11 right now ahead of the NFC Championship game on Sunday. The fourth time in the last 5 years, by the way, that the Niners have made it to that level, but they've only gone one level further to the Super Bowl once in that time.
Will Trin is one. He would be great for a riddle. He's one of the only people who's been to every game and never been to a game. I mean, I don't know how many games he's actually been to, but he's there right now at Levi's this morning. Hi, Will.
Oh, I haven't missed the game at all. You know, at Will Stadium, always easy parking, great seats. Will Stadium will be alive and well come Sunday, 3:30. But as far as Levi Stadium, if you come here, it's technically sold out. But if you dig deep in your pocket and go to another party, a third party site, you too can be here. Great weather. Look at the sunshine on my face. Now, as far as what's going on, right, James, you talked about the Niners. The Lions would happily take the Niners' success because they have not been to the Super Bowl at all. At all. I mean, once the Super Bowl started in 1967, there are one of 4 teams that have never reached the Super Bowl. Let's talk about the Niners, of course. That's why we are here. They are the home team. Deebo Samuel, he has not been ruled in or out for Sunday's game, and that is important because he is the motor that makes it all run. He played last Saturday and got injured. When he does play, they're almost invincible, 12-1. When he does not play, they were 0-3 this season. So all eyes will be on the shoulder of Deebo Samuel, whether or not he'll be able to take the field. As far as taking the field, well, the Niners hope to take care of business and beat the Motown Sound. For those not old enough to know that, Motown is Detroit. That's where the sound of young America came from. Here are the Niners players talking about the game.
we're here now for the third time. Trying to get over the hump, trying to get to the other side. And it's just the times now.
This is obviously where we wanted to get to as a team, and that's first and foremost. And obviously, I'm excited that we're here. For me, obviously, I got hurt last year, and it sucked. That was part of the game. Going into this game, I'm healthy, feel good, and I think for all of us, we're obviously hungry and want to get to the next game after. So we got to handle business.
Okay, so let's talk about some numbers that you need to know if you're a diehard Niners fan. Okay, so Jared Goff is 0-5 against the Niners since he came into the league in 2019. You might recall he played with the Rams before going to the Lions. Brock Purdy, he has never faced the Lions. This will be his first time, and if he is successful and he gets to the Super Bowl, he will only be the 8th quarterback since the Super Bowl started to start in a Super Bowl in his second or third season. So Brock Purdy looking to make history by beating the Lions and then making it to the Super Bowl. We'll just have to wait and see. You can see a lot of people already here. They have the metal detectors ready to go. And again, if you want to go, it's about $3,700 a ticket at the 50-yard line. And I have a feeling it's going to be a lot higher because the Lions fans, apparently they are gobbling it up, because they haven't been to an NFC Championship game since 1991. And Yulia Sevas just teased me how old I am that I even know Motown. Back to you.
I know. Just say, look it up, kids, because, yeah.
Motown's so good, though. Thank you very much, Will. And yeah, those ticket prices too high. I'm not going to be there in person. I don't think a lot of people, well, most viewers won't be.
You're
They'll have
making
to
me
watch
feel
it.
guilty.
Dari's going to be.
It's wasted on me, James,
Yeah,
but I'll
I know.
tell you
The rest
how
of
it
us
is.
will have to be at watch parties.
Watch parties are happening around the world.
They are.
They got watch parties in Mexico. They have watch parties in the UK.
Yeah, these are the 49er official watch parties, so they're global, and of course there'll be watch parties here around the Bay too. Before we get to the watch parties, though, there's going to be a giant pep rally tomorrow, Saturday, at the Plex in San Jose. That's the one located on Embedded Way. That'll be from 1 till 4 in the afternoon, and then yes, on game day Sunday, a whole smattering of official watch parties around the Bay.
Yeah, they all started around 2:30 and they run till 8 p.m. So in San Jose, you can go to the one at Pedro's Social. In San Francisco, the party's at Momo's. That's near Oracle. And then in Oakland, the party is at Plank on Broadway.
All right. 8:11 is the time. We're going to take a break, but still ahead on the KRON 4 Morning News, why some people in the South Bay are getting calls about missing jury duty and a warning from the caller on the phone. We'll tell you why that's a scam.